They say that in the eastern region of England, between cold marshlands, forests where no one walks after sunset, and old fishing villages that still respect ancient superstitions, there exists a creature that does not belong to the living, but neither to the dead. They call it Black Shuck, the giant black dog with burning eyes who, according to ancient testimony, announces tragedy, ruin, or the inevitable arrival of death. It may simply be folklore, or it may be evidence of something humanity has never understood. To begin this story, imagine a lonely rural path covered by a thin mist that moves as if it were breathing. There is no wind, no birds, no signs of life. Suddenly, you hear a slow step, then another, and another, like long claws dragging across damp stone. You turn around, but nothing is there. Yet your instinct screams that you are not alone. That is where the stories begin, and where logic ends. The name Black Shuck has been documented since the 12th century in medieval chronicles, describing a canine figure as large as a horse, covered in fur darker than the night, with red or yellow glowing eyes that could be seen from meters away, even in total darkness. Some elders claimed it didn't walk, it glided. Others said its shadow was longer than its body, as if it were connected to another realm. For that reason, whenever someone saw it, either they or someone close to them died soon after. One of the most terrifying events took place on August 4th, 1577, inside the small Blithburgh church during a violent thunderstorm. Locals ran inside the temple believing it was the safest place. Suddenly, a deafening roar shook the building, the doors burst open, and a massive, smoky black figure entered, walking slowly down the aisle. The crowd froze as the hellish dog approached. Some witnesses claimed it placed its enormous claws upon two parishioners, killing them instantly, as if their souls had been ripped away. The most unsettling detail is that to this day, deep claw-like marks remain on the church pillars, and nobody has ever explained them. Another account tells of a sailor returning from a voyage who decided to cross a forest near East Anglia at dawn. In his journal, he described hearing a deep growl behind him. When he turned, he saw a creature larger than any dog, with eyes glowing like burning coals, and breathing like air escaping from the gates of hell. He survived by running, but strange events followed him home. Every night, he heard heavy footsteps circling his bed. 3 days later, he was found dead with no signs of struggle, but with a face frozen in indescribable terror. Through the decades, theories arose trying to explain the phenomenon. Some believed it was a protective spirit appearing only to warn humans of coming disasters. Others claimed it was a demon released during ancient pagan sacrifices, forever trapped between dimensions. Another theory suggested that Black Shuck was not a single creature, but a spectral species drawn to places touched by grief, tragedy, or residual negative energy. Even in modern times, sightings continue. Drivers report seeing a giant dog crossing the road, yet it leaves no tracks and does not reflect in rearview mirrors. Some who stop and look back find only silence and the smell of wet earth, as if something unseen were watching from behind the trees. Many witnesses later received unexpected news of a sudden death, accident, or irreversible misfortune. But an unsettling question remains. Why is England the only place this entity appears repeatedly? Some paranormal researchers suggest a connection to ancient Viking rituals, as the region was once a landing zone for warriors who believed in hellhounds, guardians of the afterlife. The historical and geographic similarities have never been fully explained, and locals simply prefer not to discuss it. Today, as you listen to this story, you may feel a slight sensation behind you, as if something invisible were watching. And if you ever travel to England and hear footsteps following you on a dark path, don't run, don't scream, and don't look back. They say the only way to survive is to ignore it, accept the fear, and keep walking as if nothing were there. But remember these final words. If you see two glowing eyes in the darkness, they are not reflections, it is him. What do you believe? Myth, demon, guardian spirit, or a phenomenon that science is not yet ready to face?